Hi, I'm Lou Ann Hammond, DrivingTheNation.com. I'm here with Kirk Van Dender. He's the Chief Economist for ITF. What is the overall goal of the International Transportation Forum?
The overall goal is to contribute to better policy. Well, the ITF has 52 member countries, and the most recent one we're proud to say is India. Emerging economies, extremely fast growth, and with that comes fast mobility growth. Fast mobility growth, people get richer, therefore they want to travel more. In addition, the economic development models that some of these emerging economies pursue are particularly transport intensive. There are clear possibilities to improve the contribution that transportation can bring an evidence-based view to, these are the issues, these are the ones that matter most, these are the solutions that we know that work.
And when you're saying from each other, you're talking about country to country.
Yes, country to country.
In 2008, when we did have $147 a barrel, we were seeing $3 and $4 gallon gasoline.
Yes.
Now we're at $99 a barrel, and we're still seeing $4.50 gallon, and almost $5 in California.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So what's the problem? For us Europeans, there's nothing new, right? But if it's kind of a different explanation, which is not directly related to peak oil, but more to supply conditions that vary, macroeconomic conditions that also translate into demand that shifts a little bit over time, what you get as a result of that is enormous volatility in the oil prices. Volatility is different from an increase in the average price level. It's a different thing. And the volatility is a much more difficult proposition for consumers and for producers, for manufacturers, to deal with in terms of what are we going to do in terms of investing in alternative technologies. Volatility, I think, is a much bigger problem. It reflects uncertainty. It's a much bigger problem than a rise in the average price. Because you're right that at these price levels, $3.50 to $4, that's when you start seeing the large behavioral responses, right?
It's important that we get more fuel-efficient vehicles. Mm-hmm. At the same point, when we get more fuel-efficient vehicles, we are traveling further miles. But at the same time, there are people that want to take some of that gasoline tax mm-hmm. and tax even further for road use and for transportation use. And there are people that are saying, why should I pay for transportation use, public transportation use, out of my gas tax mm-hmm. when I don't use public transportation, but I'm having to pay money for my road use? Yes,
so this is very much a debate about how transportation is funded in the United States, which is, as you know, is very different from the way it's done in Europe. As fuel economy gradually improves mm-hmm. and as fuel taxes do not increase, is that the highway trust fund erodes and you have to rely more and more on general funds. There's a choice to be made. I mean, if you're not going to increase gas taxes, well then either you let infrastructure fall apart, don't spend on public transport that much anymore, or you move to general funds.